Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled Parents. In today's episode of child-free weddings and entitled parents losing their minds. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Of child-free weddings and entitled parents losing their minds. My fiancé and I are going to get married in a few months. And we've decided we don't want kids at the wedding. Kids are loud, they run around, they break things, and we don't want to have to deal with that on a day that we're supposed to celebrate our relationship. We've assigned the roles that are usually performed by children to our beloved pets. My dog will be the flower girl, my fiancé's dog will be the ring bearer, and my two cats are co-maids of honor. Our friends, BF's sister, and my brothers and their partners think this is adorable. Alas! Our other relatives do nor share this enthusiasm. BF's parents said they thought it was strange and were hoping that his cousin would be the ring bearer, but they've accepted it because they want us to be happy. My parents threw a fit and accused me of placing animals above children. I calmly explained to them that this was my fiancé's and my wedding, and it really wasn't their place to decide who would be a part of it. Our pets are well trained and well behaved, which is more than I can say about our relatives' kids. My parents aren't coming to my wedding because I refused to follow a certain sexist wedding tradition, father giving away the daughter. My dad told me since I was robbing him of his moment, there was no reason for him to be there. Good riddance. One of the friends I'd known since childhood is a mother of 3 and was going to be one of the bridesmaids. She was horrified when she learned that my dog and cats will be in the wedding party. Surely, her 3 ill-mannered kids should have had that honor. She threatened to not come to the wedding. I made it easier for her by taking her name off the guest list. My cousin who has 2 kids told me, rather smugly, that she would bring her kids anyway. When she and her family were actually there, surely I won't be able to do anything about it. I told her I would have her husband and their kids escorted out by security. That shut her up. My fiancé's friend asked him to make me replace my dog with his daughter as the flower girl. He was warned to never bring it up again. This wedding will be a special day for my fiancé and I, and we will not let other people's entitlement ruin it. Edit, many of you expressed concern that the wedding will be too stressful for our pets. I assure you, it won't be. First of all in all 32 people will be there, all of whom our pets know and are comfortable around. Second of all, the ceremony won't be a traditional one that lasts over an hour. Ours will be over in like 15 minutes. Our pets won't be at the reception, which can be overstimulating. Someone sent me a DM asking if the kids' feelings will be hurt. I doubt any child actually enjoys weddings. Plus we'll be sending all children of relatives and friends gift baskets with toys, chocolates, etc. I think they'll be pretty happy. Coming from a child, we hate weddings. I was dragged to a child-free wedding, along with my 2 younger siblings, because the groom made an exception for my mother. It was awful. Sitting still for that long, for a child, is torture. Children like to have something to do. My little sister had to be taken out of the ceremony about halfway through, leaving me to try and keep my little brother's fidgeting. He's on the spectrum and people weren't nearly as understanding of it at the time, to a minimum, which was hard on me. And the real kicker of things was that, at the reception when people were loosening up a bit, I wasn't allowed to play with / take home any of the party favors. Seriously, one of the items in the party favor bag was a little bottle of bubbles. There was also rice, painted silver. And a cheap toy ring. And then, afterwards, adults asked me, wasn't that romantic? And I was like, how would I know? I'm 10. Only more polite, I was not raised in a barn. So speaking as a kid who was dragged into that situation, you keep your shiny spine, honey. It's not just making your wedding better for you and your fiancé, it's protecting the kids that will be dragged into that shit. As a parent, the last thing I would have wanted to deal with would be putting my small children in a wedding. That sounds like torture for everyone involved. My children have been to exactly 2 receptions. It was my siblings' weddings that weren't child-free and my kids were bored and sent home early by me. On the occasions that we were invited to child-free weddings, either we got a sitter or only one of us would go. I will never understand why people even want children at weddings. The only reason I was allowed at 2 child-free weddings as a kid was because in both instances I was sister of the bride and very well behaved. I was a junior bridesmaid in one. My cousin was also allowed to come because she escorted me into the reception. Having a sibling or child of either of the people getting married are the only 2 reasons children should be allowed at a child-free wedding. NTA. It's your wedding day. And as a kid, I didn't really care for weddings anyway. As a mom, if someone I really cared about was getting married but said no kids, I would totally understand and find a babysitter. Crying babies and toddler tantrums can definitely take away from the whole purpose of the gathering. Even if I was a little offended, I would swallow my pride because ultimately it's someone else's special day that they have decided to share with me. That invitation is allowed to be conditional, and no guest at a wedding is entitled to bring their kids with them. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.